this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. With developments such as these, people simply won't stop buying XRP. Now, yeah, of course, there will always be market corrections from time to time, but look, this thing is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some reasons to be very optimistic, because what we're consistently seeing in brand new developments, as if there hasn't been enough over the last few months, is that we're seeing a bridge continue to be created from the world of legacy finance and the world of crypto and blockchain technology. And XRP is absolutely positioned at the forefront of this. It has been, to this point, one of the most successful, most adopted cryptocurrencies in history. There's a reason it's always been in the top 10 coins by market cap its entire existence, but that's not slowing down, it's just increasing. And as I've been saying the entire time I've been running this YouTube channel, the better part of a decade now, eventually, the value will catch up with, some markets will catch up with the actual value of the asset. If something is useful, it's not like it's just going to be discarded. That's not typically what happens. Humans don't just throw away valuable technology. If it's useful, then, and especially if it's an asset that you can invest in, yeah, markets have a way of figuring that out, even if it takes longer than we'd like. And it certainly has for XRP holders, but look where we are now. We just hit a new all-time high after over 7 years. So yeah, we had to wait. Took a lot longer than we wanted, and that's largely due to government interference. But now the winds at our back. There's never been a better time to be an XRP holder. I mean, you could argue, yeah, 2013, 2014, 2015, but it depends on what your metric is, because it's certainly easier to have a lot of well-deserved confidence at this moment in time. Yeah, you could have said, okay, you can put in less money and get way bigger returns because there was almost no money invested in XRP on a global scale back then, fine. But now you get this blend where still almost no humans have ever even heard of XRP. But it's tried and true. It's been around for over a decade. It just works. The world has clearly decided it's one of the winners out here. So let me share with you some of the latest updates here. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, here's a headline from CoinDesk. Startup founded by Citi alumni to launch XRP-backed securities. Now, this is badass, and rather than run through the story, I'm going to share with you, actually it might have been Eleanor that broke the story. Fox is certainly getting the credit everywhere that I see. Eleanor Tarrant, of course, is a Fox Business journalist, and she very succinctly described exactly what's going on here. Now, I will tell you this. What's happening here will materially impact the supply and demand dynamics of XRP. I will argue that, getting ETF approval, that's certainly more important, and I'll explain why in just a second here. But this is the same type of thing. So anyway, here's how she described it. And this is just from this morning. Scoop, XRP depository receipts will soon be available for purchase by accredited investors through Receipts Depot and Digital Wealth Partners, Fox Business has learned. Much like traditional ADRs, which are American Depository Receipts, that represent shares of foreign companies, the XRP DR represents ownership of the underlying XRP without investors having to buy the asset directly via a crypto exchange. The benefits are similar to those of an ETF, where investors can gain exposure to an asset without having to buy it directly through a foreign exchange or a crypto exchange. In short, it's another way of bridging the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. The XRP DRs will be held by Anchorage, a federally chartered bank overseen by the USOCC. So this is materially important. So if you purchase this, it's literally backed by XRP, which means the company that's offering the product, they have to buy XRP. That materially impacts the supply and demand dynamic. So that's good, and that aspect is very similar to what you'd see with an XRP ETF. The only reason I'm saying that the XRP ETFs will be more important is because you don't have to be an accredited investor in order to purchase the ETFs. But you do with this product. And that eliminates the vast majority of humans who can invest. It just does. Because the requirements to be an accredited investor are very high. It's something like you have to have either $1 million in net worth, not including your primary residence. Or you have to have made, I think it's over $250,000, something like that, for the last 3 years and be on pace to be making that again. It's something to that effect. It's stuff that the vast majority of humans are not going to qualify for, certainly in the United States. But still, this is yet another thing. So it's still exciting, though, because what I'm telling you directionally, this is where we're going. This stuff wouldn't be happening if there weren't demand, if there weren't an opportunity for companies to make money offering these investment vehicles. That it wouldn't happen. XRP is one of the clear early winners of the crypto space, and most people still don't know it, even after the jump up in price over the last few months. It's still early. Here's another headline. This is from Finance Magnates. CFTC CEO forum includes Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Ripple in pilot program. You just see Ripple in everything. Look, Ripple has always been described as the adults in the room, and that was true even when I first got exposure to crypto over 7 years ago. Even back then, Ripple was still being described as that. And of course, the toxic Bitcoin maximalists, they absolutely hated that. They hated that there was an adult in the room. But I sure as hell didn't, because I'm not part of their religion. I don't care about their cultish mentality. I don't care about the anarchy tendencies that some of them have had from the earliest days of Bitcoin moving forward. That's not why I'm here. I don't want to tear down everything, but I do want people to have financial freedom. And I think it makes a ton of sense to have decentralized assets that have an open market value that can't be controlled by a counterparty. That makes sense. It doesn't mean that you need to rip the entire system down. It's not like governments are going to cease to care about financial sovereignty. So some of the aspects of the early days, it always was just silliness to me. But I think that's how most level-headed people approach this. And so that's why when I found out about crypto, I valued a lot of the same stuff that even the Bitcoin maximalists would value in terms of attributes that products like XRP offer. They'll just say XRP doesn't offer it because they're stupid or they're lying. But I also don't want to destroy literally everything that's in place. Not literally. I think even as far as banks go, it's not like I want banks to go away. I just want them to adapt. They should absolutely have to adapt. And people should have more control if they want to have more control. But so Ripple was always about that, even from the earliest days of crypto. It's just nice to see that's persisted after all these years. And so you have like one of the biggest juggernauts in the space, Ripple, that is the biggest cheerleader for the XRP ecosystem on the entire damn planet. And knowing that we have this new administration in charge, which values American-made cryptocurrencies, it's just a pleasure to see this. Because this is something that this government, from the top on down, from Trump on down, they've just decided this matters. This is great for us. So you're going to see Ripple and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, piece reads as follows. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission is set to organize a CEO forum with industry firms to discuss the upcoming launch of its digital asset markets pilot program. The focus of the program will be on tokenized non-cash collateral such as stablecoins. Participants in the forum are expected to include companies like Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, and Ripple. Further details on the forum will be provided once the arrangements are finalized. I am excited to announce this groundbreaking initiative for U.S. digital asset markets, said Acting Chairman Caroline D. Pham. The initiative stems from a proposal made by Acting Chairman Caroline D. Pham, who has suggested that the pilot program function as a regulatory sandbox for U.S. markets. And so this is the type of thing we're going to continue to see here. The government is now pro-crypto. Now, there are still remnants from what happened under the Biden administration attacking crypto, but all of that's being corrected. So some of it's going to take a little bit more time, but it's obviously the Coinbase lawsuit, that's going to go away. The Ripple lawsuit, that's going to go away. The wind is at our backs, folks. This is a time to be excited. So yeah, you're going to have pullbacks in the market at times, certainly, and we're going to have a bear market after XRP peaks wherever it ends up peaking. But people aren't going to just stop buying XRP. There are going to be people like me who recognize that this is a truly long-term thing. And so even if I sell all of my XRP, which I hope I'm enticed to do, I hope that the price goes so high that I am enticed to sell all of my XRP this market cycle. But I know that the market's going to correct at some point and go back down, the entire crypto market, XRP included, and I'm going to buy as much XRP as I possibly can during the bear market that comes after, because every indication is that this is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I understand the human psychology around this. Once the bubble bursts, People are going to be less and less interested in purchasing XRP or any digital asset. Got it? That's what I'm most interested in purchasing because it's on sale. And it's not going to go away because the technology is just becoming more and more adopted. And from a regulatory perspective, the writing's on the wall, folks. It is here. And XRP literally has legal clarity. This is a time to be ridiculously excited about being in the crypto asset class and having that exposure. Because most humans don't. You are early to the party, so kudos to you for paying attention and being here, because most people won't think it makes sense. They won't even get here until, it's broadly accepted to be just a thing that's not going to go away and is actually useful. And the world will come around. I mean, there are people that didn't think the internet was useful. Do you remember that? I'm sure some of you have seen this. First, from the mid '90s, there was this one of the David Letterman shows, and Bill Gates was on, and Bill Gates was trying to explain the internet to David Letterman, and he just wasn't having it. Because Bill Gates, he said stuff like this. It was something like he was describing about how you could get the latest news on right on your computer, and then David Letterman quipped, "Have you heard of a newspaper?" And then the crowd laughed. See, it's stupid. You don't need the internet. They're newspapers. It's like you can actually listen to music using the internet. And he's like, David Letterman says, "Have you heard of the radio?" And then the crowd laughs. The internet's stupid. Doesn't make sense. All of you are using the internet right now to hear my soothing Moon Lambo voice. And congratulations to you for getting to enjoy that. The dulcet tones of the Moon Lambo. But look, it's true. Like the masses don't always get it right away. It's the same thing for crypto. Obviously, it makes sense. There are attributes of this technology, these assets, that humans find valuable. So there's going to be a certain number of winners. XRP is one of those early winners. So it just makes sense to stick around. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That was a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.